Hey guys, what's going on? This is Andrew here today, and we're going to be discussing game franchises. Specifically, we're going to be talking about why the newer entries of a beloved franchise seem to feel off compared to the first few entries of the game. To start off, let's talk about how a game takes off in the first place. Starting off, we have the first game. This game is the one that starts off the series, gains a new audience, and then paves the way for a sequel. Most of the time, the sequel of the game sells better for two reasons. One, they already have an existing audience that is planning to get the second game, and two, new players come to the game after hearing all of the good things about the first one. Now we're going to be talking about the downfall of the game. Usually, a game franchise has 2 or 3 good main entries, and then loses its touch with its original fanbase once it hits its next one. This isn't the case with all games, obviously, but it seems to be pretty common. What normally happens is once an audience of a game grows large enough, the developers start to simplify the game to make it more enjoyable for the casual audience. A few examples are engine changes in Guitar Hero to make hitting notes easier, simplifying high rounding in COD Zombies, adding waypoints in Pokemon, changing the aiming system in Halo, and many others to note. Another thing that happens are game mechanics being added in that feel similar to other franchises. A major example to note is Battle Royale, which just seems to be in a majority of multiplayer games nowadays. One last thing that happens is the loss of direction by a development team. It takes a lot to be able to produce multiple great entries of the same game, and sometimes ideas can be lacking. Some companies choose to move on to another game once they reach this point, while some choose to milk the franchise while it is still profitable. Sometimes, it isn't the developer's fault at all. One problem is that a game can only have so many entries before it starts to feel bland. When it starts to become this way, players ask for a change to evolve the franchise. In result, the diehard fanbase becomes split into two. Those who like the older style of the game and those who like the newer style. Negativity usually overpowers positivity, so when one side of the community is unhappy, it gives the game a bad image overall. I seriously can't count how many times I've seen a game come out, get shit on for the entire time it's relevant, and then find comments only a few years later on how it wasn't as bad as everyone was saying. Another problem is simply us. I've played through multiple franchises in the past, and as games get sequel after sequel, they start to feel less and less exciting. The newer entries really could be extremely quality games and arguably better than the originals, but they just don't have that feel anymore once that spark is gone. One of the most common things that we see nowadays are remasters and remakes, and that is because companies have to focus on not only their new audiences, but their original audiences as well. This concept goes far beyond video games, by the way. Down to my last topic in this video, you can never make everyone happy. If you're watching this video, you're probably having the exact same issue that I am having, and that is being able to find that excitement in the newer games of a franchise. The truth is, you probably aren't ever going to get that same feel from any new entry that you would have from the older entry, and that's why retro gaming is so much more appealing to most people as adults than it really is to kids. Most companies aren't going to make their newer games play like their old ones, so for you guys who want new experiences from the older style of your game, I recommend looking into the community surrounding those games, because it is very common that there are fan-made things for you to take a look at. For example, I'm a major Guitar Hero fan. I really didn't care for Guitar Hero Live or Rock Band 4 for various reasons, but the Guitar Hero community worked on their own songs and even developed a fan-made game called Clone Hero, which honestly is probably the definitive way to play Guitar Hero nowadays. Anyway guys, that's my take on why newer entries of a game franchise feel off. If there's anything that I'm missing or something you disagree with, be sure to write it down in the comment section. Thank you for watching this video. I will see you all in the next one.